I need your help again. Can we speak privately? Perhaps in my clinic?
Here, boy. I've something to wet your teeth on. Freshly confiscated mutton just for you.
Visit 3 different raiders. Because very much really needed for this kind of situation. Okay. The voice is super quiet.
Do you regret it? What happened with your sister, I mean?
No.
You don't feel bad about killing her? Not even a little?
It was necessary.
You're lucky then. There are so many things I wish I could undo.
this one can be fought. Yeah, it's just. Well, if I cannot wear that, yeah, I don't think I can wear it. There's a lot of enemies. This one's really, really expensive. I just don't get how it is so good. Okay, let's just try to do this.
Oh, greetings, Messer. Meryl, what are you doing here?
We're here about Huon, Misa.
Oh. When the Templars came, I told them the truth. I hadn't seen Huon in 10 years. But after they left, he came to me. He wanted me to hide him. I used to dream of him returning, but not like this. He's changed, and I don't know him anymore. I sent him away.
Did he hurt you?
Only broke my heart.
How has Huon changed?
He was obsessed with showing everyone true elven power. He frightened me.
Did you see him use any magic? Perhaps blood magic?
I don't know. I don't think he used magic on me.
So you hadn't seen him since he left you?
Huon didn't leave me. He was taken away. When the Templars found out he was a mage, they chained him and dragged him from the alienage, in front of everyone. Now I'm trapped in this sham. Married, but with no husband and no future.
Do you know where Huon went after you sent him away?
I don't know. He disappeared. But Huon said he would return to take me away from this forever.
Empty promises.
I don't know what he means, and I am afraid of him, Messer.
Would it help if I returned? I'll make sure you're safe.
I would be grateful. Huon said he would come to the alienage soon, at nightfall. Are you going to arrest him? I think he needs help. Maybe the Circle will be able to heal whatever troubles him.
Quite unsure about the circle is where the trouble is.
We got nothing here you'd want. Get back to Hightown and leave us alone.
You're a little young for a blood mage, and I thought Evelina was a girl's name.
I'm not Evelina, I'm Walter. Evelina was our friend. She was our mother. Evelina found us when the Darkspawn came, when our parents died. She made sure we got to Kirkwall safely.
I miss her.
But when she went to join the Circle here, they called her apostate for leaving the tower in Ferelden.
That doesn't make sense.
They locked her up.
The literally adopted like 2 kids.
Don't you have any other family?
Everyone died in the Blight. Evelina kept picking us up, new children every day, everyone she could save.
It's like,
Didn't she want to stay free with you?
like, why can't you just...
She didn't want us to be stuck in Darktown. She wanted to give us a real life. She thought the Circle would help her, but they just locked her away.
That's definitely...
You came from Ferelden?
Yes, until we got here, I thought we were the only ones who had survived.
Do the Templars know you're here?
They don't care. They only want Evelina.
If you tell me where Evelina is, I'll try my best to help her. You can trust me.
No one can help her.
The Templars made Evelina angry. They made her change. It wasn't her fault. When it was over, she was ashamed. She ran into the tunnels and hid.
Shut up, Cricket. Don't tell them that.
Evelina's in the sewer tunnels.
You can't go there. She'll know we told you and she'll be angry at us.
Angry? I didn't like when she got angry. We have to hide.
It feels like she has
Cricket!
a demon or something. Okay, this was a very bad dream. Let me see. What should I do? I should go to Anders, go to clinic, and then change my party and take off.
Your master must have been a terrible man to make you hate mages so.
He was. Now he's dead.
We're not all like him.
How often I hear that, and yet how often I find it's not true.
The Keepers are different. They exist to preserve the old ways and to protect our people.
And none of them would ever fall prey to a demon, or perform blood magic.
It's impossible to talk to you.
Okay, put that to the Like, this is literally, if you have fairy tale part, you cannot do this kind of like saving mages class. But also, I probably want to see if willpower, health, magic resistance. Evelyn can probably hold on, but Mary will
What are you doing here?
I thought if we warned her about you, she wouldn't be angry. But then she...
Walter!
She's coming! Run!
There you are. Don't run from me, Walter. You know those are the rules.
Funny. In my house, we always felt running away from violent madwomen was a good thing.
These are my children. You and your kind abandoned them. You're Ferelden, like us. But you feast on sweetmeats while your people starve in the Undercity. That's on you, traitor. And on the pathetic
templars that sent you. Kirkwall should be mine. Then my children will have a whole city to play in.
Ja, jest już
I don't understand. Evelina loved us. She saved us.
just become a demon, like...
Why would she try to hurt us now?
I don't think that's how it...
Evelina would never hurt you, child. That was a demon. Remember her as she was. A brave, kind, loving woman.
I'll try.
This isn't going to stop. The Templars force our hand. They make us take drastic measures just to be free.
Like Evelina did.
Exactly.
I just don't know what we'll do now.
Take this, and use it wisely.
Thank you, Messer. I should go buy some food for the others. They've been hungry for a long time.
I mean, if all three of them are dead, then Templars were at least on the same path.
You look lovely tonight, my lady.
Oh, you are too kind. I am so honored to have the champion in my home. I will call for refreshments. Talia? Oh, she is so slow, this girl. Come, let us chat while we wait.
You're extremely cheery for a woman whose son is wanted by the Templars.
Oh, this is not
Emile? Oh yes, the Templars were asking about our poor boy recently. I haven't seen Emile since he was taken to the Circle. He was just 6.
What's 6?
You can tell the Templars not to worry. I am sure Emile will turn himself in soon. He is a good boy.
Dulcie, what have you done? You should have told the boy to throw himself at the mercy of the Templars.
Guillaume, darling.
Don't darling me, Dulcie. He's been telling people he's our son, that you gave him gold.
Guillaume, darling, we have guests.
Well, I really don't understand.
I am your son's best chance for mercy from the Templars.
Mercy? They wouldn't really hurt him, would they? Oh, you should have seen his face. It just broke my heart. I gave him some money. Not too much. He said he wanted to start a new life.
New life? His new life is spent in low-town taverns, getting drunk on cheap wine. It's a wonder the Templars haven't found him yet. Help us, please, champion. Emile is not a blood mage, just a foolish boy. Don't let the Templars kill him.
Blood mage? Oh, Guillaume, don't say that.
Please, save my son's life.
If there is a way to help Emile, I will find it.
Thank you, champion. An acquaintance spied Emile in the Hanged Man not long ago. He should still be there.
The Hanged Man? Oh, but that place is filthy. No.
Come, Dulcie. Perhaps you should lie down.
Or lesions.
Well, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun if I bring Ferris along, but just hit it a bit too dangerous.
Strangest dream. Oh, maybe it wasn't a dream. Never mind.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to do that. actually trying to go here. Wow, I have very actual questions.
We still need the Drake Stone from the Bone Pit.
Yeah, I know. Where is it? Maybe he's right. It's like, what's when you are here, but no.
I hope the rest of the dragons haven't heard this place is on the market. Are you ready to go in?
Yes, why do I have to answer?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides.
Okay, for a very simple reason, let's choose green arrow. I feel like the fight is a bit more than important.
This looks like a Drakestone deposit. I need a scraping from the deepest part. There should be more further in.
This is like spider face.
There should be more further in.
I know there are so many. Fight is getting very more
There should be more further in.
Kind of trying to see which shot is better.
There should be more further in.
Not a fight. Oh, this one is quite Oh wait, Meryl, why are you trying to tank this?
I'm coming!
Not like a donor. Oh, I would have to heal Paris. If I tank this because my teammates are not very used to this. I think my teammates are too courageous to kind of do everything. It's 107 speed. I don't think it's fair.
Not going to happen.
Okay, can't even do that. Also surprising.
That should be enough.
This is not as exciting as the last one. Not too exciting.
Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing, but we must discuss it privately.
It's true that Paris will just go. What are those two things from the market? Maybe I should try this before. I thought I figured out the high part. have to talk to Anders. The hallway,
Emile de Lancey?
Hey, how'd you know my name? Did Nella tell you? I gave her my Lancey signet ring in exchange for a kiss. And tonight, she's going to make me a man.
I don't think she can make him a man. It's entirely a matter of having the right bits to begin with.
He's lived in the circle all his life. He can't function in the real world.
Round of drinks on me. I'm Emile, as you know. And you are.
Feeling very sorry for you. I'm also helping the Templars hunt a mage named Emile de Lancey. And here you are.
Oh, buggery. I know what this is about. I'm not a blood mage, all right? I started that rumor because I thought it would make me sound dangerous and, suave.
Do you have a death wish? You grew up in the circle. You know what the Templars do to blood mages.
I've only told people in the tavern. And only women. You don't understand. I've been in the circle since I was 6. 6! For 20 years I was locked up. Never had a real drink or cooked something for myself. Never stood in the rain or kissed a girl.
The Ferelden circle's more fun. Everyone was kissing everyone. Though that was before the abominations.
I just wanted to live a little. If you are going to kill me, do it. I'd rather die drunk.
Did you really escape the circle so you could kiss a girl?
Well, not just that. I've read so much about the other things you can do with girls.
This is an act. The mage makes himself out to be harmless.
No, I think he's really that pathetic.
Okay, you guys will never agree with each other. I could let you go, but I think you're going to die somewhere.
The Comtesse gave you the money so you could get out of Kirkwall. Stop wasting it.
You let me go?
I can tell the Templars you're dead, but you have to leave now.
I think there's a ship leaving port tonight. I'll find my way onto it. Thank you. I'll find some way to repay you someday, I promise.
You are good. No offense, this is cool. That's good. I think this puzzle thing Act 1 2 is always a fairness.
My palatial suite in the Hanged Man is your palatial suite, Hawk. Make yourself at home.
Have I ever mentioned that I like your coat?
You do?
It's very lively, like a crow in the middle of hunting.
That's great. Thanks, Meryl.
There is one more thing I need of you, my love. And I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry without being seen. Will you talk to the Grand Cleric for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What do you want me to talk about?
Food? The weather? What does it matter? No, talk of mages. Give her one final chance to hear what we have suffered. To pick a side. Perhaps she'll be more inclined to listen to you.
Tell me your plan.
You would not thank me if I told you. If you support freedom for mages, help me. That's all I can say.
What is it you don't want me to see?
Do you believe in me, love? Do you believe mages deserve to live free of the Templars' grasp? Then trust me now. I am doing only what is necessary.
Was this ever about you and justice? Or have you lied this whole time?
I lied. There is no potion. But what we have gathered will bring freedom for more than just me and justice. It will help mages throughout Phaedus. In the face of that, one lie means little.
I can't act blindly. Tell me your plan.
I am taking a risk. I would not see you drawn into it. But maybe your support of mages ends at talk. It's easier to support freedom if no one must die to achieve it. You cannot claim to love me, then turn on me now.
I care for you. That doesn't mean I agree with every decision.
You cannot care for me and despise what I stand for. I am the cause of mages. There is nothing else inside me. Will you aid us now? Or does your support stop at the Chantry door?
Tell me what you would have of me then. But I won't forget you blackmailed me to get it.
I promise, whatever happens, it's on my head. It will not come back on you. Go to the Chantry. Talk to the Grand Cleric. I will join you when I'm done.
No, this doesn't sound right. Varys, why are you doing this out of our time? But I don't even have time to deal with that. This is all so wrong. I really don't know, I just... Oh wait, this is something that Navarro can, which is weird. I feel like Anders is doing something really, really stupid.
Invasion, Templars, mages, nothing. It is Darktown.
The third mage first. I'm just so worried about it.
Huan.
Hush, love. Don't be afraid.
He's going to kill
Your
her.
blood will bring new life to our people.
Oh no, it's already too late.
Someday I'd like to go 1 week without meeting an insane mage. Just 1 week.
I'm visionary. I've seen our destiny. I know what fate holds for the elves. The humans keep us down because they're afraid of the magic within us. Look at the magic Nisa held inside her. She was just afraid to use it.
It's always the same. Always.
Well, this is something I can never really
I never should have gotten involved with that cursed mine.
Hello again, Hawk. Or should I call you the champion?
I feel like I support the first one.
Someone placed manure in it again? Another prank by an apprentice, I see.
I'm led to believe that both Huon and Evelina are dead. Unfortunate, but necessary. It seems, however, that we have still heard nothing of Emile de Lancey.
Emile was killed.
Yet we have no body, no witness to a battle. Most curious. Regardless, your part in this is done.
The blame for everything these mages did can be laid at your feet. Look at the way you treat them. Is it any wonder they're so desperate?
You don't think the mages are even a little responsible for their crimes?
Fairness, this is... I shouldn't have brought...
I have heard this argument often. Maybe they are not corrupt. Maybe they deserve leniency. Maybe they can be saved. There are maybes enough to fill half the graves in Kirkwall. I will not add more to the pile. Enough. I have not the patience to argue with you further.
I don't even... Oh, this is more like... Let me just take Ferris away from this team. I don't think I can bear him just... Yeah, I don't want that. Let me just go and change my party. I don't want to get very point on this story. I'd rather have someone that's also...
I hope all is well. May I say again how thankful I am you'll be outside your to remote. He seems very happy.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
I didn't expect you to stick around for this mess, Meryl. This has nothing to do with your elves.
Everything affects everything. We were born, a bunch of things happened, and now we're in a mess with our friends.
That seems too simple.
Simple is good. It sneaks up on you, makes you smile. Maybe that should be enough once in a while.
Simple it is.
This is a difficult time for Kirkwall.
Greetings again. Do you require more information on the suspects? Good luck.
Like, this is always the excuse to just get rid of people.
It seems, however, that we have still heard...
I let him go. He's no harm to anyone.
Mages can tell slippery lies. You are a fool to think that Emile is anything but a serpent in disguise.
Emile de Lancey wasn't dangerous. Have you even met the boy? The fact that he escaped is proof enough, I suppose. He wants freedom, he must be evil to the core.
Be very careful, mage. Your friendship with the champion protects you only so much.
How can I...
You've gone too far, and you know it.
Maybe if you never took Huon from his wife, she wouldn't be dead. Evelina could be alive. And with the children she risked everything to save.
There are maybes enough to fill half the graves in Kirkwall. I will not add more to the pile. Enough. I have not the patience to argue with you further.
Talk to Varric. Wait, talk to Varric. Always wait on me. What's this
I hope all is well.
Thank you so much for, okay. Oh, okay, that's good. What? Why is Colin doing that? Okay, there's a lot of
Came while you were away. It's on your desk.
What are they doing? Are they crazy? This is so crazy. I don't even understand. Let me also keep first.
Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages have fled to Ferelden, and you have intervened to protect them, as if it is your right to do so. What other answer did you expect, your majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts. As should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Well, that was awkward.
That's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really? Kirkwall brutality? You must rip the skin off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle. Sort of.
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only sort of his uncle.
Say, weren't you a Grey Warden once?
That's the rumor. Wait. Weren't you?
That's the rumor.
Huh. I guess we get around. I was hoping we could talk. Would have been better timing before being emasculated by Meredith, but I'm not picky.
I'm surprised you would even know who I am.
I know you came here from Lothering, a Ferelden refugee that did well for himself, against all odds. I have to admit, I was hoping your influence in Kirkwall might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount here, however, there's only the Knight Commander to deal with.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel the same way about mages as the Chantry does. So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
Sounds like the Circle is better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle. I can only deal with mages outside the Circle, of which there aren't many.
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Ah, easier said than done.
doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Perhaps some things are better left alone.
We'll see what comes of it. Ferelden had a blight to contend with, remember? We're not exactly at our strongest.
You were having an argument about...
Oh, wait, sorry.
So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty.
A lot of your people fled to Kirkwall, you know.
I know. I wish I could have helped them. Their blight devastated the kingdom, and afterwards, well, it hasn't exactly been peaceful. They're welcome back, of course, as are you. But after so many years away, would you still consider it home?
Ferelden will always be my home.
I hope we see you back there someday. We could use someone like you, champion.
Is there to be a war, then?
I hope not.
You're more optimistic than I am.
Empress Celine is doing her best. Orlais isn't the most stable place right now.
What's happening in Orlais?
Oh, the usual. Attempted assassinations, uprising, fancy parties with stinky cheeses. Apparently, some Orlesians think it would be grand to get their lost province back.
Well, we won't let them swoop down on us, will we?
That's right. Swooping is bad.
Hypothetically speaking, you could fix the no Viscount situation.
It's not a terrible idea, really. A lot of people would benefit from Hawk running this town.
Good, thank you.
That's asking a lot.
It's tempting, but I'm sorry to say that my support won't mean much without the support of the Templars. I suppose it doesn't matter. I was hoping to have your help before Meredith got wind of my arrival, but that's done now. What you can do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Just me standing between the city and disaster, huh?
I've been there. Trust me, it isn't pretty. Well, I suppose we should be getting back.
Well, that's it.
We should. The hero of Ferelden should be back in Denerim by now.
You're always so formal. He has a name, you know.
Oh, that's just it. I'm quite concerned about everything.
I wonder if I should try coming back tomorrow.
Let's go find family.
I wonder if I should try coming back tomorrow.
You have no Viscount. It's clear you're suffering without sufficient leadership.
That doesn't grant default authority to you or your commander.
It would be easier if you cooperated.
Wouldn't it?
Guard, Captain.
Trouble?
Yes. He's been hounding me. These Templars strut around as it is, but now it's just out of hand.
Knight Captain Cullen has heard some troubling things.
Such as?
That you coddle the men. Give special treatment.
Someone has dared. Who? Who accuses me of this?
No names given, of course.
No wonder the lieutenant was harassing me. Bastards. If they think I'm coddling anyone, it'll be my husband, Donnic. You and I will intercept his patrol tonight. Then you can see for yourself if I'm coddling him, or any in my command.
I don't have to see proof. I already believe you.
Of course you do. But nobody questions my leadership without a response. Cullen wants to know if these things are true. You'll be able to tell him. Donnic's patrol, Hawk. Me and you, tonight. Accuse me of being soft. Not in this lifetime.
I wonder if I should try coming back tomorrow.
For For the simple reason I kind of want to see where am I with Ferris. Okay, good. We're still friends. This is like, I think after a while we are going to stop being friends. Good, we continue to do this.
Lethaline, I need to ask you for a favor.
Lethaline? Wait,
I thought the Arulin home would be the last thing I needed, but the Alluvian still won't work.
Solos called me because I'm also
I think I have to go back to the spirit that helped me at the start of all this.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Well, look at it. I can feel the power in it, but it's like it's asleep. I can't seem to wake it.
Nothing bad ever comes from summoning demons.
That's why I need you to come. I've called to the spirit, but he doesn't seem to hear. He was sealed in an artifact on Sundermount. I have to look for him there. But if things go wrong, if he possesses me, I need you to strike me down.
You would risk becoming an abomination for this mirror. How is it worth that?
If it brings back this artifact of the Elven, if it gives us even one piece of our history, it's worth any risk. There's no one else I trust. Lethaline, please, come with me. I don't want anything bad to happen.
If you're determined to do this, then I'll come with you to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Saranas, you've no idea what a relief that is. The demon is sealed in a cave on Sundermount. The sooner we get this over with, the better.
Just talk to the Grand Cleric. I'll only be a moment.
I hear the champion of Kirkwall has killed a dozen dragons and sleeps on a bed made from their bones. And I hear he uses the Arashok's skull as a gravy boat.
You really believe everything you hear? Got a minute, Hawk? I know this is ancient history, but remember that Hightown house Bartrand barricaded himself in? Bartrand doesn't exactly need the place now that he's in the sanitarium. I've been trying to sell it.
I can only imagine there's a huge market for the homes of deranged killers.
Well, the creepy sort of people who are interested are generally not the ones with the coin to take it off my hands. I found a minor noble in Ravane who bought the place sight unseen. But now there's a problem. They say the place is haunted.
Bartrand's atrocities must have weakened the barrier between this world and the Fade.
Maker, I hope not. I don't think I can fix the veil through applied use of force. They've noticed some minor problems. Voices whispering in the walls, apparitions, things moving on their own. My hope is it's a relic Bartrand brought back from the Deep Roads. We smash it, and the haunting stops.
I'm not an expert on hauntings, but what if smashing something does not make the problem go away?
That's where things get tricky. You're a mage. You must know something about weird shit. I'm sure you'll be able to figure something out that will help.
Very well. We'll investigate the mansion. Again.
Thanks, Hawk. I knew you wouldn't let me down. So, 3 Templars walk into a tavern.
Not right now, Varric.
You feeling all right, Blondie? You're always in the mood for Templar jokes.
Oh wait, here.
Be careful.
I sit in a bar in red, not a legion.
Pumpkin, it's all going to the same place in the end. Tell the customer to be a little more worldly. I'm just here for the medicinal benefits.
Medicinal benefits.
I was thinking of changing my hairstyle.
That's brilliant. You've had this one for 7 years now.
The finest clothing from here to Antiva.
Demons, okay.
Hey, is that music? Where is that coming from?
I don't hear anything.
Something in this house is restless.
I guess the buyer wasn't kidding.
Magic is at work here.
Where is that voice coming from?
What voice?
I can barely hear it. I wish I could make out the words.
Not going to happen. I don't think I can do that.
The disturbance
I can't
is
do
growing
that.
stronger.
We're getting closer. I can feel it, Hawk. Look at this. My brother's junk was left here. You wouldn't know it, But Bartrand was a sentimentalist. This came from our estate in Orzammar. When I was 7, I knocked over one of Mother's plates and broke it. My brother yelled at me for an hour.
This was made by the artisans of House Saldras. The clay was from the Adro-Setuna River, which never sees the sun. Arr!
There's no way you're talking about the same Bartrand that I met.
Maker's truth. There were tears in that stupid plate. Was though.
Well, that's it. But there's nothing. There's nothing in here.
What's going on here? There's no way the veil could be torn this badly.
This isn't being caused by some random artifact. The idol is still in the house, Hawk. It has to be.
Not going to happen.
Here is angry.
Varric, is that what you've been hearing?
No.
Good. Then I'm not going crazy.
I think we're all pretty crazy right now.
I don't think I can do that.
I might be able to give you a hand with that. Easy as pie.
Are you real? You've got to get out of here before it comes back.
Where's the idol?
What idol?
Don't waste my time with your lies. Tell me where it is.
I didn't exactly want to stay for dinner, but I think we've got a few minutes to hear her out.
She's hiding something, Hawk. Don't lie to me. I know it's here. You must have found it.
I swear, I don't know anything about an idol. Please. Maker, no! It's starting again!
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, looks like oh. I didn't realize this.
Line them up for me. I'll take them down.
Oh Oh, is that it?
This is a piece of the idol. No, I should have known Bartrand would lie to me. Think of what we could do with this.
Varric, you've been acting strangely since we arrived.
I know you're just trying to look out for me, Hawk. But I can
No,
I need this
this.
thing.
Don't do this.
6 years of my...
And there we go again. This thing's magic seemed only more potent when broken.
The shard is my only hope of curing Bartrand. It's my only chance to set any of this right.
Varric, if you keep that thing, you'll go mad, I'll have to kill you, and Bianca will be heartbroken.
You're not listening, Hawk. I know I can handle this shard.
Acting crazy is not a compelling argument in favor of keeping that accursed thing.
Fine. I don't really want to argue about this anyway. Take it. It's your problem now. Maybe Enchantment Boy can dispose of the thing for you.
That was the right decision, Hawk. You've saved him great pain.
Let's go.
Switch up our team and do that as well.
Donick will be on this route.
So, let's see what you require of your guards.
Hawk? Or is it always champion now? You're too much of a chameleon, my friend.
I didn't expect to find you so... deep in bandits.
A good day, to be sure. I'll be so... Tell me what's going on.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Every guard chooses the patrol they want. My wife promotes from the bold, not the reckless. Action is up, casualties are down, as are you, love.
Thank you.
Another time, Sirrah.
That should be sufficient. Take that to the Templar.
Indeed. Let's go talk to Cullen.
Oh, I don't even know how Cullen got this treatment from being this individual to... Yeah.
Strange. I always thought I'd wind up arresting you someday.
If I ever decide to get caught, Aveline, you'll be the guard I let catch me.
Let catch you?
Decide to get caught didn't trip you up, though. Good to know.
Champion, and you are with the captain. None too happy about the accusations against her, I'm sure.
You could say that.
I have successfully wasted my time, and there is no merit to the claims.
As I suspected.
Then why press this?
Some feel that the solution to the current crisis of leadership is to consolidate authority. As long as these complaints continue, baseless or not, they will serve as justification for eliminating the position of guard captain. It would be the simplest fix, whether or not I agree.
Perhaps I can reason with the people who are complaining about her.
If they meant to use reason, they would not be anonymous. But the complaints originate in Lowtown.
Guardsman Brennan is on that patrol. Why wouldn't she tell me of this?
I don't know, but I do apologize for the assumptions of this incident, Guard Captain. It has been unfortunate.
It's not done. To Lowtown, Hawk. I need to speak to Brennan.
Yeah, let's also try to go.
Thank you for coming, champion. Which leaves me in a difficult...
Inform the criers. A miracle has occurred.
I know some of my people are using dangerous means to oppose her. But I cannot seek the Templars' aid without making every mage a target.
What are you doing with this?
What are they doing?
All I know is numerous mages have left the circle at night, sometimes for days at a time. I'd rather not follow our Knight Commander by leaping to the worst possible conclusion. But the idea of blood magic has crossed my mind.
You need some assistance against traitors in your ranks?
Traitors? Perhaps. Rebels? Certainly. I don't know if they seek Congress with demons or merely a walk in the moonlight. All I know is that a meeting is happening tonight in Hightown. I would go myself, but should I leave the tower without permission, Meredith would call it proof of my involvement.
I'll see what they're up to. There's no point in involving the Templars.
Thank you. Your support has been a lifeline for me.
For all of us.
Just learn the nature of this meeting. You needn't interrupt unless you find proof of something sinister. I pray not. Or Meredith will have what she needs to justify the right of annulment.
So good to see you, champion.
Ah, you've returned. Another message came while you were away. It's on your desk.
speak privately, perhaps in my clinic.
Well, woof to you too. A ruff. Ruff.
Oh, wait.
Think you can do something with this sandal?
Is that lyrium? I've never seen anything like that.
It's dangerous. Varric suggested Sandal might be able to dispose of it.
I think my boy can do better than that.
Ooh, enchantment.
Someone's coming! The champion!
We know you're spying for Orsino!
Run! We'll handle this!
Okay, there is possibility to just talk about it.
Aim for the heart!
Let's finish this!
You won't be beginning with it!
For all of us.
We should search them. See if there's any further evidence of their plans.
How? I don't get this. It's not safe to bring new recruits from these murders as surprise anyway.
Another secret society meeting in a warehouse. Do you think the owners charge them rent?
I suppose I could give that a shot. We're good to go.
Oh, it's a bit late for okay, so
I told you he was after us.
No, not him. I can't do this.
Wait, I knew... Do I know that guy?
To arms!
Okay, this is still quite stubborn.
This'll be quick.
I told them not to do it, I swear. If I knew you were the one they were talking about, I'd have warned you. I don't hold with kidnapping. Not after what I went through.
Didn't I save your life?
You did, believe me. I still dream about those blood mages. I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd never have let them kidnap anyone I knew was one of yours.
What are you talking about?
They said someone was spying. We needed leverage. Someone they cared about. As a hostage.
Who is it?
We just got word they took one of the Templar apprentices. A lad named Carver.
Your friends don't know much about my relationship with my brother, do
This is
they?
like the wrong one too.
They should have just talked to you. I know you're a reasonable person. You have to see how dangerous Meredith is. Thrask says Meredith will cause open war with the mages if she stays in charge. We have to take her down.
Is Thrask the one running this conspiracy?
He's the one who brought us together. For 6 years he's been working. One mage, one Templar. He showed us Meredith isn't the only way.
Do you mean the Templar Thrask?
You've worked with him. He's a good man. You should help us, not fight us. All we want is someone sane in Meredith's place. What are you going to do to Thrask? To me?
This isn't going to end well. If I were you, I'd stay out of range.
Thank you. I'm really sorry you were the one. Your friends should be fine. They were going to our base on the Wounded Coast. The ruins there. I'll go to Marsha. Try to wait this out. I don't think I can serve the Templars while Meredith is still in charge.
Well, actually, I kind of agree with him.
Someone's left a surprise here for us.
Exactly, not the worst. Not the worst in the sense that I think I can agree with that. I just think that they try to kill me, but I feel like they're also trying. Or at least I don't see that very interesting. Is it? Oh, Anders.
Captain?
Have you located any Canary blades? If you find...
Okay, nice. I thought we appear to be someone else.
Come back here! Let the fighting start! Now you fall! Making the world a better place, one enemy at a time.
Okay, not of this, which is what I wanted.
Guardsman! Why did a Templar have to tell me there is unrest in this district? What's going on?
Better make it good.
It's Captain Jevon. I didn't report his return because I'm ashamed for him. He's trying to rile the guards against you. You lead better than he ever did.
Well, let's go have a chat with the man.
The guards will have nothing to do with him. So he found others. Militia. Mostly anti-Ferelden. The same kind who were against the Canary. I guess it's been long enough they've forgotten how many the champion killed.
A rally against the tyranny of the Guard and foreigners who infest Kirkwall.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Return to the barracks. The rally is in Darktown, Hawk. I need to be there.